Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and what we have here is a vintage ABUS lock. This is the number 175, and this is actually a bicycle lock. If I turn it this way, you can see how there is a cutout so it can attach to the bicycle frame somewhere. I'm not, however, quite sure how this locks anything up. Maybe it goes between the spokes and the wheels. I'm not entirely sure. I've tried looking at pictures of this in use, but to no avail. I don't know how this bicycle lock actually works in terms of locking up the bike, but it's still a really cool lock, and as soon as I saw it on eBay I had to have this little cute one. You still see some around, usually on the German and Italian eBays, but this was really cool because I saw this key and you know, it's got a little bit of cutouts on it for the warding in the keyway there, and I thought, well, how's that actually going to work? I assume, looking at this key, that it's a pin tumbler. Put the key in, can't turn it, push it, ow, just hit the end of my finger, and the whole locking mechanism retracts. You can push it back in and it releases the key. To me, I just found the whole thing really fascinating, and I assumed that what I would do is I would push on the end here against the locking mechanism, take a pick, feel around for what I assumed was pins, and we would have it open in no time. But that isn't how this lock works. Now, I will pick this, but what I want to do first is strip it down, because this is actually a lever lock. That's right, it's a lever lock, and it's actually quite a clever little thing. So yeah, let me move the camera a bit closer and we'll strip this down. So this is the other side of the lock, and the whole back plate was held in by these little tabs which fold over, a bit like a picture frame. I think I induced some metal fatigue in them when I was exploring this lock. You can probably see a little crack there, so I hope that tab doesn't break off when I try to push it back together. That would be a shame, but there really wasn't any other way, and I was trying to be as gentle as I could. Now, this whole bolt is sprung, so I'm just going to put a finger over here and just try to gently release the spring without breaking it, which I did, but it's very violent. There you go. That there, and that's what pushes this back. It doesn't need that bit. Now you can see that this is held in by what looks like some form of bolt stump. I can push it up to a degree like this against another spring, but it doesn't push far enough up to have the whole bolt retract past it. It stops quite firmly there, and it just doesn't allow you to pull the bolt back by forcing that up. Although I'm sure if you were to be destructive with it, you probably could. So to get this out, you need the key. Push that in. And again, you can't really see what's happening on the inside, other than the key somehow magically lifts this up far further than it's needed. That means that you can actually retract this out. The little screw, which I assume is there to bolt it onto the clamp on the other side of the frame, comes out. And then you can take this whole bolt out as well. Then we start to see what's going on. This assembly here is hinged. So when you push the key in, it pivots at that top, well, don't want to call it point, and the bottom right hand side is pushing a cassette, if you will, to the left when you push the key in. There we go. So let me just remove this spring, if I can, nice and gently. There we go. And then we can remove this little pivoting plate. So you can see lots of nice grease in there. But you still can't see anything. You just have this other little plate which acts like a little gasket, I guess, for the lubricant. You can just gently tease that out. You don't have to be very violent. And then this is where the whole lock mechanism comes in. This slides, there we go, left and right, but only when the key is in. Take the key out and you'll see that something's actually happening in here. These are two levers. These are two levers which this is the actual bolt stump. If you can get this to press, this cassette of levers to press against that bolt stump, technically you could manipulate the levers such that they would go into their gate and allow this cassette to pass past the bolt stump. So let's just put the key in. If we can do it. Trying to hold it, there we go. And you'll see that there is gating in the levers. Pull it out. You see that that gating closes. Let's take the whole cassette out. You'll see it even better. There we go. And you can't disassemble this any further because it's all been sort of peened in, these little pins. But it's very, very cool. What you actually have here, and you can see there's a little separator, is two little levers. And they pivot here, and they're obviously sprung somehow on the inside as well. In fact, you can see them better if I do that. Let's get a pick, I'll show you. So again, look, you can push the levers down. One, there's another one down here. I'll show you that one. See, there you go, you can push that lever down. So that is a 2-lever lock. I'll put the key in, and you can see that it go into the keyway, and one lever I think engages here, and one lever engages at the back. The rest of the bitting doesn't really do anything. See, goes in. And you can see that the levers fall into their gates. Very, very cool. Don't know anything else like it. Never seen a little lever cassette like that. It's so, so cool. Right, let me reassemble this and then we'll have a go at picking it. And I have found a way to pick this. So here we are reassembled. Now, my first instinct with this lock was to push against the bolt, a bit like you would in any other lever lock. Push against the bolt, and that would somehow tension against the levers, and I'll be able to manipulate the levers in the lock. But if you look here, this bolt isn't actually pressing against a bolt stump that would pass through the lever gating. This is just pushing against a secondary mechanism here. So this actually, if anything, is locking the lock further. If I push it this way again, well, it doesn't do anything at all to that mechanism, doesn't lift it or manipulate it in any way. What we want to do is we actually want to lift this up so that we move the cassette forwards against the true bolt stump, which is actually underneath all these things here. How do I do that? Well, what I found best is getting a nice sturdy pick, sliding it down, just take the key out, sliding it down this part of the lock and actually pushing up against that, well, I don't want to call it locking mechanism there. That is in turn pivoting here and pushing the lever cassette this way against the bolt stump. Now if we manipulate the levers and they go into both their gates, we should be able to push this even further up and allow the bolt to retract. Now I've taken out the spring because it isn't very stable in the lock. Without all the covers on, it tends to just fling itself out, and it doesn't really actually impact the picking in any way at all. And it will allow us a better look inside the lock. So let me throw this in a vise, adjust the camera accordingly, and see where we get. So we're in the vise, and what we're going to try to do is manipulate this lock open. We're going to lift this locking stump up, which stops this sliding bolt here from moving. And remember that this is an assembly which pushes against the lever cassette. So if I put this pick in and I push it really high up against that, you'll see how something's sliding here. That's pushing the lever cassette into the true bolt stump, which is there, which is how we're going to try to manipulate this open. So I've got to be careful not to snap any picks doing this, but I'm just going to apply some good force to that. Now we're going to use this pick and come in and just try to find the left hand lever, the one closest to us, and gently push it down. There we go, we've got a little click. Going to leave it there. Then I'm going to try and find the rightmost lever. And there we go. Just touched it, and you can see that this whole locking mechanism here is lifted up. Now, of course, all we need to do then is just pull this a little bit forwards, then we can let go of the tension. And once we've done that, then we can slide this freely back and forth as long as we don't lock it back up. So there you go. Isn't that a really, really fascinating little lock? That's the an vintage Abus bicycle lock. You'd look at that key and think it was a pin tumbler, maybe a 6-pin lock, and it's not. It's just a 2-lever lock with a really interesting sort of dual mechanism, whereby you have sort of all this transferred mechanics to this sliding bolt assembly, which actually isn't directly linked to the bolt stump and lever pack at the back. Just a really interesting little mechanism. Well, I hope you enjoyed exploring that with me. I absolutely love this lock. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time.